we welcome or what do you think?
You can.
Yeah,
Why
you
not?
can do it too.
I think it is set like this, so you can do it directly.
Okay, I can do it.
3, 2, 1.
Hello dear devotees, today Sunday feast in Malmö. ISKCON Malmö invite you every Sunday to start 3 o'clock the program, ISKCON program, and we have like the normal kirtan, bhajan, lecture, arti and prasadam. Thank you and welcome. Hare Krishna. Okay, start with some kirtan. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Iti Namine Namaste Sarasate Deve Gauravani Prashayine Irishesha Shunyavadi Prashada Deshatahine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gada Shiva Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gada Shivasvati Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. We invite now Bhakta Philippe. Thank you. You are coming. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome.
With the mic.
Ah, sorry.
Thanks, bro. Jai Vishnupad Paramahansa Pararajikacharya Stotra Sat Sri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Vishnupad Paramahansa Pararajikacharya Stotra Sat Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय, मथुरा धाम की जय, नवद्वीप धाम की जय, मायापुर धाम की जय, जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय, गंगा माई की जय, यमुना माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna devotees, welcome. So, today we're reading from Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, if you have the Veda base or something, or a book. So we're reading two verses, 16:8 and 16:9. Eight and 9.
And 16:8.
So we do the invocation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, has everyone got a text? Hare Krishna, welcome. Do you need a book, or we can have some here? Hare Krishna. 16:8 and 9. So reading from chapter 16, verse 8 and 9. So I'll read the verse a few times first, then we can do the call and response for each line. So this is Bhagavad Gita 16:8. Asatyam apratishtamte jagad ahur anishwaram aparaspara sambhutam kim anyat kamahaitukam. I'll read it again. Asatyam apratishtamte jagad ahur anishwaram aparaspara sambhutam kim anyat kamahaitukam. Now we can do with the response for each line. Asatyam apratishtamte jagad ahur anishwaram aparaspara sambhutam
aparasambhutam
Kim anyat kama haitukam.
kim anyat kama hetukam
Let's do it once again. Asatyam apratishtamte
asatyam tam aparishtamte
jagad ahur anishwaram
jagat ahuranishwaram
aparaspara sambhutam
aparaspara sambhutam
kim anyat kama haitukam.
kim anyat kama hetukam.
Anyone want to read? Okay, we do the word for word translation. Asatyam,
Asatyam
unreal.
unreal
Apratishtam,
apratishtam
without foundation.
without foundation
Te,
te
they.
They.
Jagat,
jagat
the cosmic manifestation.
the cosmic manifestation.
Ahuhu,
Ahu
say.
Say.
Anishwaram,
Anishwaram
with no controller.
with no controller.
Aparaspara,
Aparaspara
without cause.
without the cause.
Sambhutam,
Sambhutam
arisen.
arisen.
Kimanyat,
Kimanyat
there is no other cause.
there is no
No other
other
cause.
cause.
Kama haitukam,
Kama hetukam
it is due to lust only.
it is due to lust only.
So translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. They say, this is about the demonic nature. They say that this world is unreal with no foundation, no God in control. They say it is produced of sex desire and has no cause other than lust. So, kindly repeat. They say that this world
They say that this world
is unreal,
Is unreal,
with no foundation,
with no foundation,
no God in control.
no God in control.
They say it is produced
They say it is produced
of sex desire
of sex desires
and has no cause
and has no cause
other than lust.
other than
lust.
Purport. The demonic conclude that the world is phantasmagoria. That means out of imagination. There is no cause and effect, no controller, no purpose. Everything is unreal. They say that this cosmic manifestation arises due to chance, material actions and reactions. They do not think that the world was created by God for a certain purpose. They have their own theory that the world has come about in its own way and that there is no reason to believe that there is a God behind it. For them, there is no difference between spirit and matter, and they do not accept the Supreme Spirit. Everything is matter only, and the whole cosmos is supposed to be a mass of ignorance. According to them, everything is void, and whatever manifestation exists is due to our ignorance in perception. They take it for granted that all manifestation of diversity is a display of ignorance, just as in a dream we may create so many things which actually have no existence. Then when we are awake we shall see that everything is simply a dream. But factually, although the demons say that life is a dream, they are very expert in enjoying this dream. And so, instead of acquiring knowledge, they become more and more implicated in their dreamland. They conclude that as a child is simply the result of sexual intercourse between man and woman, this world is born without any soul. For them, it is only a combination of matter that has produced the living entities, and there is no question of the existence of the soul. As many living creatures come out from perspiration and from a dead body without any cause, the whole living world has come out of the material combinations of the cosmic manifestation. Therefore, material nature is the cause of this manifestation, and there is no other cause. They do not believe in the words of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate satcharacharam. Translates, under my direction the whole material world is moving. In other words, among the demons there is no perfect knowledge of the creation of the world. Every one of them has some particular theory of his own. According to them, one interpretation of the scripture is as good as another, for they do not believe in a standard understanding of the scriptural injunctions. We will read the next verse as well, so we take 16:9. So we can do the same. I'll read it a few times and then we can do with the call and the response. Itam drishtim avashtabhya nashtatmanulpabudhayah prabhavantyugra karmanah kshayaya jagato hitah. I'll read once again. Itam drishtim avashtabhya nashtatmanulpabudhayah prabhavantyugra karmanah kshayaya jagato hitah. Now we can do with the call and response. Etam drishtim avashtabhya nashtatmanulpabudhayah prabhavantyugra karmanah kshayaya jagato hitah. Etam drishtim avashtabhya nashtatmanulpabudhayah prabhavantyugra karmanah kshayaya jagato hitah. Etam drishtim avashtabhya nashtatmanulpabudhayah prabhavantyugra karmanah kshayaya jagato hitah. Anyone else want to read? We do word for word. So kind of repeat word for word. Etam, this. Drishtim, vision. Avashtabhya, accepting. Nashta, having lost. Atmanah, themselves. Alpabudhayah, the less intelligent. Prabhavanti, flourish. Ugrakarmanah, engaged in painful activities. Kshayaya, for destruction. Jagataha, of the world. Ahitaha, unbeneficial. So, translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Following such conclusions, the demoniac who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence, engaged in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. So kind of repeat. Following such conclusions, the demoniac who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence, engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. Purport. The demoniac are engaged in activities that will lead the world to destruction. The Lord states here that they are less intelligent. The materialists, who have no concept of God, think that they are advancing. But according to Bhagavad Gita, they are unintelligent and devoid of all sense. They try to enjoy this material world to the utmost limit and therefore always engage in inventing something for sense gratification. Such materialistic inventions are considered to be advancement of human civilization, but the result is that people grow more and more violent and more cruel to animals and cruel to other human beings. They have no idea how to behave toward one another. Animal killing is very prominent amongst demoniac people. Such people are considered the enemies of the world because ultimately they will invent or create something which will bring destruction to all. Indirectly, this verse anticipates the invention of nuclear weapons, of which the whole world is today very proud. At any moment, war may take place, and these atomic weapons may create havoc. Such things are created solely for the destruction of the world, and this is indicated here. Due to godlessness, such weapons are invented in human society. They are not meant for the peace and prosperity of the world. Om Ajnan Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chaksurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kantha Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Rajarine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastyatya Ishtarine. Welcome, thank you for coming. So I seek the blessings from the Vaishnavas present, so I may say something useful, something of value. So actually I will just read the translations of the verses through, both of them once again, so that we see again what we're talking about here. So, 16:8. They say that this world is unreal, with no foundation, no God in control. They say it is produced of sex desire and has no cause other than lust. And 16:9. Following such conclusions, the demoniac who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. So, in the first verse here, reading that they say that this world has no spiritual cause, that it's ultimately a material reality. This is one symptom that the demons are fully engrossed in the materialistic, the bodily conception of life, and actually they want everyone else to be as well. And the demons, they see that the matter, the material reality, all there is. So they're very interested in power and control and enjoyment. So these more, let's say, keen demons have spent centuries to gain power in all the ways that they can. Taking control of the economy, the media, the school system, the healthcare system, the government, the so-called science, the influential celebrities, etc. And actually, this ultra-materialism that the demons are about is actually its most complete expression. It's what is called Satanism, And Satanism is nothing but ultra-materialism. Some major features of that ideology is to take oneself to be befitting as taking the role as God, being God. And in this way, we can see that it's very close to impersonalism, to Mayavada philosophy. That's why Mayavada philosophy is very dangerous, because even though its implications of being God is a little maybe different from the asuram bhavam, the demoniac. The step is not very far to go from this idea of I am God to this idea of I am God. And what these demons do is also they take everything beautiful and natural and then inverting it. So one illustrative example of this is just the simple fact that live spelled backwards is evil. So this is what they do. They take life and then they invert it into the opposite. So this is what we see being played out on grand scale today. Because in the governments of demons, men are women, poison is medicine, war is peace, evil personified is God, lies are truth, sin is virtue, children are sex objects, etc. And in the news media, they present fiction as if it's truth, and in Hollywood movies, they present truth as if it's fiction. In this way, they are deceiving the world, but in their twisted idea of religious law, they have to tell everyone what they're doing. So that's why they use the fiction, supposed fiction, to tell the truth what they're doing. So in this way, therefore, the whole Western culture is based on lies. Lies of they're not only lying in the news media. There's a lot of deceitful, fake science, fake history, fake monetary system, fake politics, all these things. So actually, every piece of information that is allowed to go mainstream has been sanctioned to do so by these demons who pull the strings from the shadows. They don't allow themselves much to be seen. The most prominent ones are they stay hidden, but of course they have to have some puppets or some representatives that come out and speak for them. So they use politicians and as puppets, and also spokespersons for so-called science or the world of corporations. And we should be aware of this, that all these strings are being pulled by nefarious demons, and we should not only be highly skeptical of all the pieces of information that reach the public. We should actually expect it to be all lies and manipulation. So we can also understand that the official history of the world, at least in the West, is a web of lies, as the official story that is surrounding some more recent events has also been obviously fraudulent if you look at the actual facts. So one example being the moon landing, we have the 9/11. These are the official stories, simply ridiculous. And even more recently, COVID and the Hamas attack on Israel and these things. So, this in the second verse that we read, Hare Krishna, is that they engage in horrible works meant to destroy the world. And we have seen the last few years that there's a lot of chaos going on in society, and this is not by any chance. This is by very conscious design. And one thing, one aspect of their horrible work is that they want us more disconnected from God, and rather to be fused with artificial intelligence. This is what they're working on with microchipping through insidious measures. They want to tighten their grip hard and fast before people wake up to what's going on. So now they are arranging, at the same time, declining economy, energy crisis, social anxiety, and social disrupt, fake pandemics, flooding the West with basically Muslim invaders. And all of this is so that we will beg them to save us with their already mapped out New World Order of complete surveillance and an ever-increasing situation of China-style slavery. Their perpetual weapon is divide and conquer. So they will divide us. So we think that we're each other's enemy. See, like, it's their fault. They're not vaccinated. No, it's their fault. They are vaccinated. They don't understand. Like this. No, it's their fault because these Muslims attacked the Jews. No, it's the Jews' fault because they attacked the Muslims, and it's always going on like that. And also war between men and women, or all the things. So this is a perpetual weapon, is divide and conquer, and they always need to keep us in fear, in a state of fear. And this is what they're doing to the news media as well. Because not only do they actually feed off that vibration, these demoniac entities are very low vibrational. So they feed off that fear, and also when they can keep us in a state of being afraid, we are also more easily manipulated because we cannot think straight when we are afraid. So that's why we need to rise above fear and come to the higher frequency of love, because this is what they fear the most. They cannot control love, they cannot feed off love, they cannot strike down love with any method that is that could be seen as justifiable or rational or anything. They have no weapon against love except downright gross violence. And if a movement of love is being brutally attacked with violence, it will be very clear to the onlookers which one is the evil side. An example of this was the truckers' demonstration in Canada 2 years ago now, where the protesters acted all peacefully and lovingly towards one another, and didn't go to any they didn't take up any violence, and so the demons they just freak out, and the media starts screaming out that these are Nazis, these are extremists, these are violent, undemocratic people seeking to destroy everything for everyone. So what they always do is also to accuse the other side of what they themselves are guilty of, like this. So how then do we raise our frequency? Actually, chanting the names of God is an indestructible weapon against these forces that the demons cannot bear. They cannot bear to hear it, and they cannot bear the thought of it, because they cannot do anything to contaminate it or pervert it or destroy it. This is simply indestructible. They do have the ability to infiltrate organized religious movements and divert them, and divide and conquer within them, and change the scriptures and pervert the message. This has been done so many times. They always do this. But they cannot do anything about the name of God. This is impossible. This is our weapon against these dark forces. So, what does this demoniac nature come from? What is it? Does anyone have any idea what is this demoniac nature?
It is to control and have all these low qualities, fear,
Yeah.
more other.
Yeah.
It comes from Maya.
Yeah, certainly. When the soul comes in contact with Maya, like you says, there are this 6 categories of anarthas that arise in the heart. Does anyone know any of these anarthas? Anartha means, artha means wealth, and anartha means what is blocking wealth. So that's inner wealth we're talking about here. So there are 6 anarthas that arises in the heart of the living entity when it comes in contact with Maya or material nature. And can anyone name any of them?
I think I know 5.
Please?
Kam, Krodh, Moh, Lobh.
So it lasts anger, greed.
Yeah. Kama, lust. Krodha, anger. Lobha, greed. We got Mada, that is ego or attachment, pride or ego, sometimes translated differently. And Moha is sometimes translated illusion and sometimes attachment.
And Lalsa, like you a greedy kind of.
Yeah, this is, I guess, the Lobha, but then there is the envy, the avarish, I forgot the Sanskrit, but the envy or jealousness. And sometimes one more is added, and that is laziness, but that's not part of the 6 official. So demoniac nature arises and is perpetuated or increased when we enhance these qualities instead of trying to counteract them. We counteract them when we are approaching sattva guna, the mode of goodness, and we are enhancing them when we are simply indulging in these qualities. And the mother of all of them is the kama, the lust. And the lust comes. This is actually explained as being originally the natural for the soul. It's the natural inclination to have loving devotion for God in the spiritual world. But when the soul falls to the material world, it becomes twisted into lust, and which means instead enjoying for oneself without regard for others, and oftentimes has to do with actually even annihilating others or hurting others, or it's oftentimes inseparable like this. So just like Krishna says also in the Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter, how the lust is the start, like when he says Jhayato vishayam pumsaha sangateshu bhajayate sangat samjayate kamaha kamat krodho bhijayate. So Krishna says while contemplating on the sense objects, one develops attachment for them. From this attachment, lust arises, and from this lust, anger is born. So from lust, there are two possible consequences. Lust is desire for an object or similar, And when that lust is satisfied, that means usually the senses come in contact with the sense objects, then greed comes because it's not actually satisfying. It was very temporarily satisfying, but then you need more. So greed comes. And the other way is when the senses do not get in contact with this with their object. Then when it's blocked somehow, then anger arises. Someone is in the way of your lust. Then you become very angry. You imagine a man being very set on wanting a woman, for example, and then another man comes in between. Then there's a lot of anger coming, like this. So we should know the mechanisms, and we should be aware of this that these demoniac features are not always not only fully manifest in these evil beings that are controlling society, but also they are within us. And our best weapon, our best method, our best measure to take is to counteract these anarthas, so that we rise above the frequency of the demons. So we're not subject to their manipulation or their ways of waging war, and to chant the names of God, because this is what actually also clears the heart of anarthas and raises our frequency, and it's actually more powerful a weapon than anything the demons can actually muster, even though they control the information, the military, all the things. So the name of God is more powerful. So these demons are the category, the last category Krishna mentions when he mentions 4 types of miscreants that do not surrender unto him in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Does anyone know what are the 4 kinds of miscreants that Krishna mentions that do not turn to him? So this last one is asuram bhavam, those who are of atheistic, demonic nature, who are consciously, you might say, enemies of God.
Probably jealous.
Yeah, but I think these would be the most jealous out of them, actually, because they want to be God themselves. This is what they. So you can see Bill Gates, for example. There's so many things to play God. Like he wants to manipulate the DNA of people with injections. He wants to lower the world's population. So many things. But yeah, this verse says, Namam dushkritino mudhaha prapadyante naradhamaha mayaya paharita jnana asuram bhavam asritaha. So Krishna mentions the four types of people who, 4 types of person who do not surrender unto him. And actually these demons in power, they want to take all of these with them to get on their side and take them to hell, basically. So first of all, mudha, the grossly foolish. So these are easy to manipulate with fear, and they will accept anything that comes from the news media, and or any authorities or whatever. So the mudha, who simply don't understand what's going on or what's the purpose of life, they just have no idea. So they are basically like animals. And then we have the naradhama. This category is the most hard to understand exactly what it is, but it's translated as the lowest among human beings. And the way I understand it from the Acharya's explanation is that this is about those who actually they understand that there is a higher purpose in life, a spiritual purpose, but they ignore it. So, for example, it would be those they know that there is Sanatan Dharma, the eternal religion, but they only engage in Swadharma for their beneficial karma or like that. And then we have the Mayaya Pahrita Jnana. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by Maya. So they might be very intellectually capable individuals who are you might say great scientists or researchers or doctors or but all their intelligence is focused on the material energy, so they are in that way deceived or misguided. These persons are very much in control by those in power who are of the last category, asuram bhavam asrita, those who accept the atheistic demoniac way of life. Yes, as I say, you might say being consciously enemies of God because they want to invert everything of God's creation and make it their own idea. So they take control of a lot of the Mayaya Pahrita Jnana, so that they will go their agenda. The scientists, for example, the scientists that are disconnected from God, they can easily be persuaded with money to produce the results that they need for their agenda. For example, produce a lot of results that are supporting a fake climate crisis or fake pandemic, all these things. So all for us to be there's for these things there are always an agenda, always certain purposes, and one is to rob us with more taxes, and one is to keep us in a state of fear, and one is to and that way make us accept more and more surveillance and being controlled. But to conclude, everyone who comes here is of the contrary categories that are. Krishna also mentions 4 types of persons who do turn to him, who do have the let's say willingness to some extent surrender unto him. Does anyone remember any of the 4 types of persons who turns to Krishna he mentions in the Bhagavad Gita? I think it's the same chapter 7. Krishna says, Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritinarjuna arta jitnyasur artharthi jnanicha bharatarshabha. So Krishna says 4 types of pious persons turn to me, or surrender unto me, or start doing devotional service unto me. And it's those who are suffering, who are distressed, those who are in need of money or material resources, those who are inquisitive or curious, and those who are in search of the absolute truth. And actually these I've had it explained for me from senior devotees that these are corresponding with the 4 classes of Varna. Yeah, the 4 Varnas. So those who are suffering would be the Shudras, and those who are in need of or in want of money or material resources would be the Vaishyas, and those who would be inquisitive or curious would be the Kshatriyas, and those who are in search for absolute truth would be the Brahmanas. So this is how these different Varnas turn to Krishna. So for me, for example, it will be because of suffering and also some curiosity, and that kind of fits well because, you know, as it said in Srimad Bhagavatam, Kalo Shudra Sambhava, that everyone in Kali Yuga is a Shudra. But even so, there is also this inherent nature which belong to any of these 4, and you can actually, when you like put in your birth data in one of these Jyotish astrology sites, you can actually get directly what Varna you belong to. So, and for me it was Kshatriya, so it's perfect that it belongs to Shudra and Kshatriya when I was attracted to this to Krishna.
You can do both of them. You start there.
Yeah. So, thank you very much for your attention. Any comments, questions, corrections? Happy to try to answer.
I do just a small comment, and maybe I can ask something here. Where you mentioned about the low vibration and where we chant and we have the holy name, it is totally different vibration. And this I wanted to comment. It is like where we pass all this limitation and we vibrate in different sound of the God. It is like the other part cannot attach us or cannot touch our conscious.
Yeah.
And what came to me the question, it was like how we can explain to someone it is new in the Krishna conscious. Now it is happening all the thing, war and fighting, and the Bhagavad Gita by itself it is fighting, and how we can explain to them what it is and how Krishna be there and engage with
that's a good question, because that's why many people wouldn't spontaneously accept the Bhagavad Gita. Some people, because they say that no, God wouldn't promote war, but they should know the very intricate story behind there in Mahabharata. Then it comes to another light, definitely. But also that actually war in this world is in a backward sense natural, because this is a world of where we're in illusion, that we're in separation all the time. So it's always like a war going on because of this illusion of separation. That's why it's called samsara dhava nalalita loka. This is the material cosmos is the place of perpetual ongoing forest fire. So we should know that war is in a backward sense natural here, even though it's not natural for the soul. But there's a lot of things that is not natural for the soul when it comes in contact with this material energy. So, and that Krishna, he also says in the Bhagavad Gita that there are 3 main purposes for which he descends to the earthly realm. Does anyone remember these purposes why Krishna comes?
Once again. Once again.
Krishna mentions three purposes for which you come to this earthly realm, of which he descends. So he says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya ch dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. This is a very famous verse where Krishna says, in order to deliver the pious and to annihilate the demons and to re-establish the ways of dharma, I myself descend yuga after yuga. So actually he says that slaying the demons is what he himself does. So that means in some to some level there's war, and then it's not very hard to understand that Krishna could also be delegating this mission of slaying demons to his devotees sometimes, which he does also in the Mahabharata, and because we also see from the stories of the Vedas that the demigods, they seem to always be at war with the demons. This is always going on. Seems to more or less always be going on some degree of spiritual war in this material cosmos, like that.
Thank you.
You have very well explained how the contact with material nature enables all these steps, the six
Anarthas, yeah?
how you call it. Yeah, and can you also elaborate on how the holy name affects the person? What stages exist, if there are any, and how it turns the other way?
So the holy name, it gradually purifies, just like it is explained by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's like the cleansing the mirror of the heart, which is an analogy for the heart being obscured, or like a mirror is being very dusty, so it's obscured by these anarthas. But when we chant the holy names of God, and we're doing it sincerely, especially when we are avoiding the 10 offenses, then it's actually if we avoid the 10 offenses, then it's all wiped at once. but we're usually not that pure, or able to do it that purely. So when we're doing it sincerely, but continuously, then it's like little by little you wipe the dust of this mirror, and you come away from this anarthas. And there's also like this verse I mentioned, that Jayato Vishayam Pumsaha, while contemplating on the sense objects, one develops attachment for them. So that means it starts already in the mind. So if you take the mind away from the sense objects, which only creates attachment and lust, and do your best always to attach it to Krishna, then also that propensity to try to take shelter of sense gratification will also be less and less strong, and there'll be more and more attraction for Krishna. And Krishna is actually, by his very name, means the all attractive one. So when you choose to want to have some attraction for Krishna, he will help you a lot to gain that taste more and more, and to have some more and more less and less taste for the material enjoyment. There's also a verse in the second chapter which says, Vishayan vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha raso apyasya rasovarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. So it means even when one if one takes this decision and one wants to focus on Krishna, even when one restrains from the sense object, the taste for them remains. But while developing a higher taste, the consciousness becomes steady and fixed. So in the beginning it's hard because the taste remains for the sense objects, but by continuously choosing to attach the mind and the heart to Krishna, that taste will be lessened and the consciousness will be steady. And also the heart will be purified.
And the sound by self, it is beyond all this illusion, and this is the place where we supposed to go.
Yeah. So faith is a very important ingredient in the holy name. That actually God is here Himself in that very sound vibration, so in His full potency. So when we engage our hearing and our whole being in it, then there's no limit to how much it can do for us, like that.
And the love, it is totally in different vibration. And where we are in the love, and chanting the name of the God, other thing, we cannot reach us. We cannot be attached.
Any other question?
What I hear is something so interesting. It was like where we chant Mahamantra, it is like open the crown chakra, automatic. It is open our heart and purify more and more. The mantra by self. It is,
Yeah.
it's interesting to hear it. Thank you.
भगवान को हर कलर पसंद है हमको बटन कलर की पसंद है
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You are here.
Hare Krishna.
Wonderful topic to discuss. Now we do Arti. We have no more questions. If someone like to say something about this topic or other comments. If you have questions from your life, something going on, can be not related to this topic, can be something different. You are welcome.
Ask one.
Yes.
Like, so we any way we meet this kind of other people, and we have to talk to them to convince them. What will be the suggestion how to put this, like, say, so you have make a statement and they don't believe you. What's your ultimate behavior? Like,
Do you talk about preaching?
well, in some sense.
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya. Astotra Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya. Astotra Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Guru, Shri Gurani, Namo Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Padaya Bhutale Sri Ram We can hand out the lyrics for the Narasimha. There you go.
This one.
What's the name?
Namaste I don't have any water, you know.
Yeah.
Acha, ma'am.
It's a long program today.
मम्मा से बोलो सिंग करें मम्मा से बोलो सिंग करें गाएंगे
Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasayine Vishesha Shunyavadi Rashata Deshatayine
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasayine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Rashata Deshatayine
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhattavinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhattavinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhattavinda
Jaya Shri Krishna
Hare
If you like, we can do a round more. Pinky. Sing Hare Krishna mantra, just one time. We'll do one. Leonard, one other music. Leonard. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Someone?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Someone?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Someone? Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada,
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, thank you for today to everyone. And I want to invite everyone next Sunday. I want to make the big cake for Bhakta Ravi has it the birthday, and today it was Akadashi, and I want to celebrate. Yeah, he's always every Sunday give his time and organize the things here, and really I want to make it like special. And next Sunday, yeah, it was in December when we not celebrate. And next Sunday, yeah, everyone is welcome to celebrate together.
Apparently we're doing a group photo.
Yeah. Everyone. Thank you, dear devotees. Today.